would be very.
Wait, hold on one second. Gotta change, it's in court right now. Almost there.
No problem. It's fine.
Recording, we're good.
We're good? All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Newton Town Council regular meeting of April 28th, 2025. If we could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Could we please have a roll call?
Mr. Coos,
Here.
Mr. Dixon,
Here.
Mrs. Diglio, Mrs. Teets,
Here.
Mayor LaFleur.
Here. In accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, notice of this regular meeting was given to the two newspapers of record and posted on the official bulletin board on January 3rd, 2025. We have the April 14th regular meeting minutes for approval tonight. Any changes, deletions, additions, suggestions? Okay, seeing none, can I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from April 14th, 2025.
Both sets.
Oh, sorry, they're on mine as two separate items. Do they need to be two separate items? Everybody was present.
They don't have to be.
Okay, so Michelle, is that for both sets of meeting minutes?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. And
Second that.
thank you. All right, so we have a motion to approve the April 14th regular meeting minutes and the April 14th special meeting minutes, which was a meeting to interview volunteer candidates for various boards and commissions. I have a motion by Councilwoman Teets and a second by Deputy Mayor Dixon. Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Coos,
Yes.
Mr. Dixon,
Yes.
Mrs. Teets,
Yes.
Mayor LaFleur.
Yes. All right, at this point in the meeting, we are on item 5, open to the public. The town council welcomes comments from any member of the public on any topic to help facilitate an orderly meeting and to permit the opportunity for anyone who wishes to be heard. Speakers are asked to take one turn at the microphone and please limit their comments to 3 minutes. The clerk will keep time. If reading from a prepared statement, please provide a copy and email a copy to the clerk's office after making your comments so it may be properly reflected in the minutes. Council may choose to comment after the entire public portion has concluded. Anyone that's in person, please come on up to the microphone and identify yourself, spelling your last name for the record.
Good evening, Bacariello,
You go ahead and spell the last name first.
V as in Victor, ACCARIELLO.
Okay.
So good evening. I am here because I would like to bring something to your attention. I would like to ask for a meeting with the town manager or the mayor or whoever is willing to listen. I see a pattern in which I feel some targeted harassment from, again, one more time, because I've been here before, from the zoning officer, Carrie Brown. 2 days ago, I was on my property and I was working. I was painting my porch. She came with public health and she accused me of building something in the back. She came with no notice. She came with no letter. I did not know why she was there, but she brought 2 police officers with her. And this is the 3rd time that she comes to my property with police officers. When she accused me of building stuff, I said that I was not building anything, that I was fixing my property along together in agreement with my neighbor who stays, everybody knows this. We are resolving some flooding issues in the back. Since I had no problem, I asked her to see that because in good faith, I was not doing that. She basically started yelling at me with the police officers, asking for my name because I have gravel on my property. And she told me that gravel is not permitted in the town of Newton, and I had to remediate. I asked her why and where she found that information because it's not true. And the code here, which I told her that I knew the code says all 320-23-3, a driveway shall be surface with asphalt, concrete, gravel, and crushed stones, and blah, blah, blah. She said that it wasn't true. So I would like to understand if the town has their own ordinances or if the zoning officer is coming up with her own zoning ordinances. And when I asked to clarify, she asked me to first send a zoning permit and that she was going to give me the information. I don't think this is right. I don't think this is fair because I'm trying to do everything by the book. I'm trying to exist. I own 3 properties in town and I am doing my contribution. I'm restoring them. I'm not even updating, I'm restoring them. And all I see here is just targeted harassment. Last time she came to measure my tomato plants. And when she was telling me that gravel was not permitted, she was on my neighbor's property that had gravel. And he said, why the double standard? I don't understand. So I here with open heart to ask for a meeting to understand what is going on and how to put a stop to this. Thank you
Okay,
so
thank you,
much.
Mr. Vaccarello. Anyone else in person, please?
My name is Maureen Slamer. That's the last name is spelled S as in Sally, Lamer. So I'm here as a senior citizen and as a neighbor to my neighbors, Joshua and Andrea. They have been nothing but neighborly to me. They've been helpful and professional, and I see no reason why somebody needs to make issues out of their property when I don't feel that the zoning officer has been reasonable. I was there on one occasion where the zoning officer was measuring inch by inch, and she had 2 police officers, and it's upsetting to the neighborhood. It's upsetting to me as a neighbor and as a senior citizen that police officers show up on our property. And I would like a meeting with the town manager to ask more questions and to learn a little bit more about the situation. I'm open to learning more, but I think questions need to be asked about the situation because my neighbors are a minority here. And I wonder if that's a fact in the matter. I'm a minority as well because I'm a senior citizen. So I understand and I can identify with being a minority. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you, Mrs. Lambert. Anyone else present?
Good evening, council members. How are you?
Good.
Mrs. Teet, Mr. Dickinson, Mrs. Lefraw, Mr. Cooks, and Mr. Russo. You guys have always been entrusted.
Can we just have your last name for the record
Oh.
and spell it? Yes, please. In the microphone. Yeah.
Lamboy, Lamboy. My name, Joshua Bell, Yoshuabel. Dear council members, we trust in you. And that's why you guys have been always appointed, because our trust is in your hands. We pay our taxes. We are clean citizens, and we are asking to understand the situation at hand that we're having repeatedly with Carrie Brown as a zoning officer. And we are asking again, please, for an open meeting with Mr. Thomas Russo. I do understand that there's times when maybe he cannot be available. Maybe he can point out some of you guys to have then the meeting. I mean, I'm from Puerto Rico. Mrs. Lefroy, I know that you love Puerto Rico. Maybe we can meet Mrs. Lefroy in case if Mr. Ruz cannot meet with us. And we can open up to conversations to understand the behavior of the zoning officer that affects the harmony of our neighbors. And it also seems a little bit targeted. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else in person? All right, we have a few people joining us online. Tom, anyone wanting to make comments at this time? Please raise your hand if you would like to participate in this open session.
Not at this time.
All right, seeing none at this time, we will close this portion of the public meeting. And Mr. Russo, I'll start with you for comments.
Yeah, I'll set up a Zoom meeting with the interested parties, since, we're throwing terms around like targeted and harassment. I'll include the town attorney and Carrie and I in the conversation, so I'll coordinate that. As far as Ms. Slammer, I'll ask the chief to reach out to her as far as the police procedure for going out on a call or a situation with a staff member. So I'll let the chief speak to that. No reports at this time. Thank you.
Okay. Councilmember Coos?
Nothing at this time.
All right, Councilman Diglio, as we know, is excused tonight. Councilmember Teets,
Nothing at this time.
Deputy Mayor Dixon.
Also, nothing at this time.
I'm sorry, I can't say the same. A couple of comments. So hopefully for those that spoke during the public session, you heard Mr. Russo will be reaching out to you and setting up a meeting to address your comments. The April 16th Recreation Commission meeting was canceled last week. And then the April 16th Planning Board meeting had a zoning application. So Deputy Mayor Dixon and I were not at that meeting. A couple of us on Wednesday evening are going to be attending the Sussex County Sheriff's Crime Stoppers Spring Reception at Farmstead. So we look forward to supporting that event as we do annually. I wanted to remind the public that on May 3rd, we have our annual recycling event. So this is going to occur at the Recycling Center from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And as we've talked about here from the dais, the team at the Recycling Center, Debbie, DPW, everybody's been working so hard to expand what we're able to take. And so on that particular recycling day, we're going to be taking old tires and rims. Although if you have oversized ones, Debbie's asking for everyone to just reach out ahead of time so they can be prepared for those. Books, DVDs, CDs, VHS tapes, for those of us that remember what those are. Number 6, styrofoam, light bulbs of all kinds, waste oils and paper shredding are also going to be available to be taken, and any American flags that need to be retired in working with the VFW. So those are all items that can be taken at the Recycling Center on May 3rd from 8 to 1. That is also a bulk pickup event that the recycling team is hosting. You do need a permit. And if you receive a permit, file and pay for it, you can put some bulk items up to the curb of your property up to 500 pounds. And those items include appliances, couches, tables, chairs, mattresses, and bed springs. There are a lot more details on the Town of Newton website. There's also an article that's been posted by Tap Into Newton. But if you have questions, please call 973-383-4160 and talk to Deb Danielson. But here's a really good opportunity sponsored by the town at no cost at the Recycling Center for everybody to get a jump on their spring cleaning. Just wanted to make comment, Tom, the DPW team, Corey Stoner, everybody that's been working so hard on this. Deputy Mayor Dixon, I really appreciate the work that's been done on the roller hockey rink. It looks beautiful. I know that activity is already happening. Adults have been playing. I know there's some punch list items that are just the final items being worked on, but Tom, it really looks great. The scoreboard looks awesome, and I hope that everybody has a really wonderful season. We want to welcome to town Davis Cookie Company, that opened, I guess, beginning of last week. There was a first stop when I got off the plane the other day to go check out their cookies, and it was a very friendly staff. They're super happy to have their business open in town. They're going to be having a ribbon cutting ceremony and a car show and a few other activities coming up, so more to come on that. And then Kat, Terry, Tom, and to all the department heads, thank you for the monthly reports. Lots of activity. Of note I made were some of the things that Jessica was closing out in terms from our grants activities. And, you know, receiving reimbursements on the CDBG grant for the work done, the sidewalk work done going out 206. So continued thank you to the staff for the great work that you all are doing on a day-to-day basis. I think those are all the comments I have for tonight. We have no unfinished business. We have no presentations or discussions for tonight. We do have a second reading on an ordinance. So this is second reading and public hearing on ordinance 2025-9. This is an ordinance to amend, revise, and supplement chapter 307 of the Town Code of the Town of Newton entitled Vehicles and Traffic, most notably Article 3, Traffic Regulations, Section 307-12, One-Way Streets, and Article 11, Schedule Section 307-55, Schedule 6, One-Way Streets. At this time, we will open the hearing to the public for anyone wishing to make comment on this particular ordinance. Seeing none in person, I don't believe we have any online either, so we'll close the hearing to the public. And do I have a motion to act on the ordinance?
I'll make a motion to act on the ordinance 2025-9.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right. We have a motion by Councilwoman Teets and a second by Deputy Mayor Dixon. Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Coos,
Yes.
Mr. Dixon,
Yes.
Mrs. Teets,
Yes,
Mayor LaFois.
Yes. And we have an introduction of ordinance 2025-10. This is a bond ordinance providing an appropriation of $2,604,000 for various capital improvements in and by the town of Newton in the county of Sussex, New Jersey, and authorizing the issuance of $2,466,000 bonds or notes of the town for financing part of the appropriation. Mr. Russo, do you want to provide an overview? I know there was also attachment that was
Yeah,
sent for this.
based on the budget hearings and conversations and what was adopted as far as the budget. So those are the various capital improvements, non-water and sewer.
Any questions from council regarding the attachment that was provided prior to the meeting or anything on the ordinance? Okay, so I just need a motion to introduce, please.
I will make a motion to introduce ordinance 2025-10.
A second.
I'll second.
Thanks. I have a motion to introduce by Councilwoman Teets and a second by Councilman Coos. A roll call, please.
Mr. Coos,
Yes.
Mr. Dixon,
Yes.
Mrs. Teets.
Yes,
Mayor LaFois.
Yes, the public hearing on ordinance 2025-10 will be held on Monday, May 12th, 2025 at 7 PM or as soon thereafter as the meeting may be heard, which is the next council meeting. All right, we also have ordinance 2025-11. This is an ordinance to amend, revise, and supplement chapter 3 of the Newton Town Code entitled Administrative Code. Article 19 of the chapter entitled Recreation Commission Advisory, most notably sections 3-69 entitled Establishment and Membership. So as we'll recall from the last meeting, this is taking the membership of the Recreation Advisory Commission from 7 members to 9 members. Motion to introduce.
I'll introduce ordinance 2025-11.
Have a second?
I'll second.
All right, I have a motion to introduce the ordinance 2025-11 by Councilwoman Teets and a second by Councilman Coos. Roll call, please.
Mr. Coos,
Yes.
Mr. Dixon,
Yes.
Mrs. Teets,
Yes.
Mayor LaFois.
Yes, and as the last one, the public hearing on ordinance 2025-11 will be held also on Monday, May 12th, 2025. All right, we'll move on to the consent agenda. All items listed with an asterisk are considered to be routine and non-controversial by the town council and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a council member so requests, in which case the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda. Tom, can you please review the consent agenda items?
Sure. 132 and 133, one is a refund, one is a credit. 134 is a disclosure contract for Enforcis. 135 is sustainable land use pledge as part of our sustainable Jersey certification. 136 is a project agreement related to the DEP and New Jersey Water Bank financing program. 137 bills and vouchers.
I misspoke. The attachment that's actually provided was for resolution 136, not for the previously introduced ordinances. Okay, any questions, or anyone wanting to discuss or remove any of the resolutions? Okay, if not, I need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Okay, second.
I will second the consent agenda.
All right, I have a motion by Deputy Mayor Dixon and a second by Councilwoman Teets. Roll call, please.
Mr. Coos,
Staying from check 13020, yes.
Mr. Dixon,
Yes.
Mrs. Teets,
Yes.
Mayor LaFois.
Yes. Okay, at this point, we will reopen the meeting to the public. Same situation applies as before. If you'd like to make a comment, please approach the microphone and state your name. Anybody else? All right, seeing none in person. Mr. Russo, anyone online? All right, it doesn't appear that we have anyone online either, so we will move on. Any further council or manager comments? Not Michelle, Matt, GP, nothing from Mr. Russo. All right, seeing none, I need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn at 7:24 PM.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilwoman Teets and a second by Deputy Mayor Dixon. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, quick meeting tonight. Thanks, everyone.